students. How are you? Yesterday we studied about the molecular solid. Do you remember how many types of molecular solid are there? Correct. 3 types of molecular solid are there. Non-polar, polar and H-bond molecular solid. Now, after that we have studied the types of solid. In that we studied the crystalline solid and amorphous solid. What is known as crystalline solid and what is known as amorphous solid. Come on, fastly revise that. The melting point of crystalline solid is very good, sharp. Crystalline solids are known as true solid. Very good. Why it is known as true solid? Because of the molecular arrangement in a systematic manner. The crystalline solids are known as dash type of solid. And what is the nature of crystalline solid? What is the meaning of anisotropic nature? Anisotropic nature means all the physical properties from the different dimensions are different, as we have taken the example of refractive index. If we see from the horizontal or vertical, the refractive index may be different. So that's why the crystalline solid are known as the anisotropic solid. So hope so now if you have not attended the yesterday's class or you have not seen the yesterday's video, maybe you are clear about the some points. So now in this we have to study mostly about the crystalline solid only in this chapter. Why? Because crystalline solid is a true solid. Now we'll just bifurcate the types of solid on the basis of their forces. And in that also we have to study the properties which yesterday we have studied in the molecular solid. Means we have to study the constituent particles force. We have to study about the melting point. In that conductivity, and then finally we'll go with the example and some of the questions which can be asked from that. So now students, come towards the board. Hope so you are clear about that. Types of solid, now we are studying about that. Types of solid. In that, 3 types of solid. I have categorized it into the 4 different parts. We are studying the 4 different types of solid. But in that 4 types of solid, which properties is to be studied? Which are the main property which we have to study about that or look into that matter? So, first of all, I am just writing here the solid of molecular solid. Then the second one, it is known as ionic solid. Then the third one is known as metallic solid, and the fourth one is covalent solid. Hope so student, is it clear to you? It is visible? Yes. Now the properties, first I am writing which property we have to study in that. The first property is we have to study about that constituent particle. Constituent particles. Which are the constituent particles generally available in that? Then the second property which we are going to study, that is the force of attraction, or which force is present in it. Student, you also write down in your notebook along with me only. So you can complete it within a time. Force of attraction, that is the second property. Then the third property which we are studying, it is about the melting point and boiling point. Generally we are talking about the solid, so we are studying about only the melting point. That is the third property. And the fourth one which we have. So students, now out of this we'll study first the ionic solid. Each property will discuss about the ionic solid. So the first one we have to study about the constituent particle. As it is an ionic solid, means the constituent particles are ion. Give me the example of ionic solid. Very good example. Correct. NaCl. So here we'll write example NaCl. It is a very fine example. Now student, after that other example we'll discuss later on. Now the force of attraction, the constituent particle is iron. Now here the force of attraction is, that is having the electrostatic force. Electrostatic force, or we can say that Coulombic force. Coulombic force. It may be electrostatic, or we can say it is a Coulombic force also. Afterwards I'll explain you how we can say it is a Coulombic force or a electrostatic force. First of all, we are writing all the four properties for four different types of solid, and then we'll try to understand each one property with some examples and with some questions can be asked from that. Now the melting point. The third point is about the melting point. Ionic solid, generally the melting point is high. We cannot say it is a very high, but it is high. In comparison of molecular solid, if we'll see, then we say that it is a high. The melting point of ionic solid is high. And the last one, it is a conductivity. Now here for the ionic solid, the conductivity, they are not a good conductor in their original solid state. That I'll explain you later on, but we can say that not good conductor. Not good conductor in ओरिजिनल सॉलिड स्टेट, मीन्स जो भी स्टेट में वो है, जो भी सॉलिड फॉर्म है, उसके अंदर वो कंडक्टिविटी नहीं दर्शाते हैं. but there is some exceptional. तो कब दिखाते हैं ionic solid are good conductor also, but in which position or in which form? So when they are heated. Students, write along with me. When they are heated, the free ion conduct electricity. When they are heated, any of the cation or anion which becomes free from the original position, and they allow the conductivity or they allow the heat to pass. And in which other form they can pass the electricity or they can conduct the electricity? So that is when we make a liquid or we make a solution prepare as water is a solvent. When the solution is prepared of this solid ionic, that is known as the molten state. Molten state. So these are the two conditions when the ionic solid are become a good conductor. Otherwise, in their original form, if we'll say solid NaCl or solid KCl, so we have to reply that are a poor conductor or a bad conductor of heat and electricity. But when the question is with the four option, out of that, the one option is molten state, the second one is solid state, the third one is vapor state, and the fourth one is heated NaCl. So here, out of these four, the two options are correct. When the solid NaCl is heated, it is a good conductor, and when the solid NaCl is in the molten state, it is also a good conductor. So here we have studied the properties, these four properties for the ionic solid. Now we'll go with the next solid, that is a molecular solid. So molecule means what is the constituent particle? Correct. The constituent particle are molecule. So now example also molecular solid है तो फिर example भी वही molecule का ही रहेगा students. So we can say the example P4. Here I am writing only one or two examples. Some of the examples you have to find it from the textbook, or you have to try to identify by your own from some other sources. So this is the P4 is the example of molecular solid. The molecule is the constituent particle. Now the second property is force. Which type of force is there in that? So here it is a molecule. So the force of attraction is weak van der Waals force. Student, which are the van der Waals forces? Yesterday we have studied and already we studied in standard 11. Random force, dipole force, dipole induced force, and H bond. These are the weak van der Waals forces. So in that molecular solid, van der Waals forces are there which we have already studied yesterday. Three type of molecular solid which we have already studied, so will not go in deep. Correct? Now, what about of the melting point? Here it is a van der Waals force, so melting point is low. And the conductivity. What is the conductivity of the molecular solid? They are poor conductor, or conductivity is very low. We can say the conductivity is very low. So after this molecular solid, now we'll go with the metallic solid, and then lastly we'll study the covalence. So here metallic, the word itself says, कौन से टाइप का सॉलिड होगा ये, जिसका कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट पार्टिकल क्या हो सकता है? करेक्ट, कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट पार्टिकल इज metal. That are the constituent particle. It is a metal, so that's why it is known as metallic solid. Now here, what type of force occurs between that? Here they have some of the metallic force due to the kernel present in that. वो मैं अभी आपको समझाती हूँ कि वो कर्नल है क्या और वो कैसे डेवलप होता है. So here it is a metallic force. Now after that the melting point is very high as compared to ionic solid. Very high. We are comparing with molecular solid, then ionic solid melting point is high. But if we are comparing ionic solid and metallic solid, then definitely metallic solid melting points are very, very high. So the melting point is very high. Now about the conductivity. Here we forgot to write the example. Student, what are the example of metallic solid? Any of the metal you can write? The best metal, Fe, Cu. So now, what about of the conductivity? As we know, the metal are electron donor. They become the positive ion. They are having the tendency to lose the electron or to donate the electron. So metal are good conductor. So metal are good conductor. Hope you understand this. Now the last one, it is a covalent solid. So generally covalent solid, it is found in non-metal. Here the constituent particle which possess as a non-metal. कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड किसमें दिखाई देता है स्टूडेंट्स? नॉन मेटल के अंदर कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड फॉर्म होता है. So that's why it is a non-metal constituent particle. So the force of attraction is, what is the force of attraction? अभी हमने बोला कोवेलेंट फोर्स और कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड. तो force of attraction is covalent. Then what about of melting point? कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड है, नॉन मेटल है, कार्बन. एग्जाम्पल लिखे हम, कौन से एग्जाम्पल आ सकते हैं? कार्बन है, सिलिकॉन है, आर्गोन है. ये सारे एग्जाम्पल हम इसके अंदर ले सकते हैं. तो उसका मेल्टिंग पॉइंट क्या होगा स्टूडेंट? गुड. So the melting point of this is very, very, very सिलिका एग्जाम्पल लिखती हूँ स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ पर, सिलिका। दूसरा एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं डायमंड, है ना। कार्बन मैंने बोला तो ये कार्बन के ही फॉर्म्स हुए ना। सिलिका मतलब सिलिकॉन का फॉर्म है, डायमंड कार्बन का फॉर्म है, तो इसका मेल्टिंग पॉइंट जो है वो बहुत हाई रहता है। दे कैन नॉट इजीली मेल्ट, so melting point is very high as compared to all these four types of solid. And now the last one is conductivity. At normal temperature or at room temperature, they will not conduct the electricity, or they are poor conductor of heat and electricity. So this is the four types of solid characteristics we have studied. You just write down and then afterwards we'll go individual property with explanation. I am giving you the 5 minutes, student. Just pen down fastly.